Hi guys, Justin here. I thought I'd do a video today and talk about how you can attract top talent to your recruitment business. Now, when you start up, it's very, very hard as a startup to attract people to come and join you. But the good news is if you are doing well enough that you need to get someone in, then you're on the right path. But actually getting someone in that's going to be a game changer to your business, that's going to be something really, really tough to do. And also you're going to be concerned about what it's going to cost, how you're going to get them. So you need to make sure it's all budgeted and planned properly. Now, what I thought I'd do is just give you a quick blueprint of how I behave in our business now and what I did previously. That's always helped be a kind of a secret weapon in our talent attraction. I've always massively emphasized on employer branding. I've always, been very open and honest and shared a lot on LinkedIn. I've talked about successes. I've talked about failures. What I've done is I've opened the books, if you will. I've decided to build in public. Now, building in public means that you are your authentic self. And I think a lot of recruiters are very guilty of just typing the same old nonsense on LinkedIn, putting the same old crappy pictures every now and then of a team lunch or a team bonding. We're great, everything's brilliant, ringing the bell, all that naff stuff. You don't really get to see what goes on beyond anything with those posts. And to be honest with you, you just look like everyone else. I think what I've always done is I've managed to put videos and writing and content in place that shows who we are, that gives an idea of what our company culture's like, that gives an idea what I'm like to work with. And our staff, they also share similar stories. They also talk about their backgrounds, who they are, what the market looks like. We don't just dress it up and polish the turd all the time. We try and make out that we actually are very authentic. And I think, I know from talking to people that have interviewed with us, that that's something that's always caught their attention. So what that's allowed us to do when we are in an interview process with a recruiter, let's say, who's really good, is it's allowed us to give an edge. They've recognized us, they've warmed to us already because of what they've seen. And in doing so, in actually allowing people to see behind the doors and what life is like at MCG Talent, they've gravitated towards it. And I think that gravitating towards things before they've even spoken to us, because of the content that we're putting out, that just gives us an edge against other people, because when they go in for an interview, they've got to ask tons and tons and tons of questions, and quite often they're meeting these people from cold. Yet when people tend to go in for an interview with me or my team, they tend to feel like they already know them. They tend to feel like they're characters that they are aware of. They know of their stories, they know of their success, they know of their failures, and that just makes the whole introduction warmer. I talked about this with getting clients as well, but from an employer branding perspective, it works just as well. So that's something that we've always done. And the other thing I just want to talk about when it comes to hiring for your team, don't look straight away to get another recruiter on. I think what I teach in the program, what I really stress and emphasize on, is that what you want to be doing is, rather than draining your profits and hiring someone necessarily that might be expensive, you want to be looking at investing in a virtual VA first of all. Now, a virtual VA is the person that actually helps protect your time, and your time is money. Your time is the most important thing there. And when you start up relationships with your customers, the time that you can spend with your customers, the time that you can put into developing client relationships, that's what's going to be the game changer for your business. So if you can deploy a virtual team onto your work that can help you source, that can help you for all your admin, that can make sure they're running all your job ads, your LinkedIn posts, that can do all your scheduling, can make sure that your diary's aligned so that you are working as efficiently as possible, that's going to be something that's going to really be a game changer for you. And probably that's going to be the way, that's probably going to lead you closer to making money than just hiring another recruiter at the beginning, because you have to invest so much time in training them into what your business is like, how you work, what your niche is, etc. Because the chances are you're not going to be able to afford a super pricey person at the beginning. So if you invest in offshoring, and then if you look at the best tools that you can look at, so be those Apollo or Clay or Reply.io or email, anything that's going to sort of make your voice much, much louder, that's what I think is going to be the best thing to invest in first of all. So really, just to recap what I've gone through there, the best tools you can use from an employer branding perspective is your social media, is your authenticity, is getting yourself out there. When you then go and meet, let's say, a recruiter, and at that point to meet a recruiter, and you're in a position where you can hire that recruiter, that's going to really help you steal them from the competition. But what I've said secondly in this video is that actually, before you even go look to hire, look at how you can potentially offshore and invest in tools rather than get an expensive recruiter. Because that particular hire is going to help you save time, save money, and probably going to make you a lot more money, and it's probably going to free up your time. I am a great believer in hiring with as few people as possible. Yes, you're going to need a recruiter. Yes, you're going to need ops people. Yes, you're going to need marketing, but don't rush it. Look at hire at the point where you're bursting at the seams. That's what I always look at. And if you are bursting at the seams and you maximized out the amount of virtual team you can use, and you really do need to go, that's a massive success for you. Huge congratulations. Get that recruiter. That recruiter will be warm to you because they've seen your social, because they've seen how you put yourself across, because they've seen what your business is doing, and no doubt that person will be on a great journey with you.